Good morning, everyone. You heard Brad earlier reference our two growth strategies, do the nation's taxes and be the operating system behind small business success. I'm going to focus this morning on the accountant. And I'm going to focus on the accountant as the linchpin that brings these two strategies together in a way that adds additional value to both our accountant customers and to Intuit. Now, if you will think about the world of an accountant with me for just a minute, they serve their customers by doing bookkeeping and accounting on one set of systems. They use another set of systems to do tax preparation, and in some cases, they use yet another set of systems or set of applications to manage their firm. We don't think they should have to do this, and we're in the best position, a unique position, to make everything that an accountant needs to do to serve their clients work together. So our strategy is to be the operating system behind an accountant's success. And we're going to do that by providing one place, one single place that they can serve their clients across accounting and tax, consumers, the self-employed, and small businesses in a single, seamless, integrated experience. And that one place is going to be QuickBooks Online for Accountants, or what we refer to, and I'm sure I will, QBOA. Now, we provide QBOA to accountants today for free. It's their way of working with their QBO clients. And as a result, we've seen an increase in accountant adoption and an increase in QBO referrals. Now, to do that, we're going to have to align our monetization strategy across Intuit for accountants. And so we've made a couple key decisions. Number one, we're going to have smaller price increases in the ProConnect group for professional tax software. And number two, some of the services that we've developed that we originally planned to monetize, we're going to make part of the free QBOA platform. That's going to deliver stronger value for the accountant. Now, the implications are that in the near term, we'll see lower revenue growth in the PCG business, but it's a stronger value proposition for the accountant, it's stronger for the ecosystem, and in the end, we believe it will be stronger growth for Intuit overall. So let me tell you a little bit more about what we have planned, and I'm going to do this in three areas. First, I'll give some context around the relationship between accountants, small businesses, and Intuit. Second, I'll go a little deeper into the strategy I just highlighted with a particular focus on the benefits that we'll deliver for accountants this year. And then finally, I'll close with a headline on the financial implications. We've shared with you previously that accountants and small businesses depend on each other. From the small business standpoint or the self-employed, they use accountants to do their bookkeeping and they use accountants to do tax preparation. Of course, accountants get the majority of their revenue from small businesses. And in fact, 85% of it comes from just those two services, tax preparation and accounting. But I think the metric that is most compelling relates to the fact that 50% of small businesses don't survive 5 years, and yet 89% say they are more successful when they work with an accountant. And that's where we come in. We are central to a successful relationship between a small business and an accountant. We are the operating system behind small business success at scale. We have the largest network of accountants. And when you bring these two together, we deliver the solutions that enable an accountant to do their craft, to serve their clients, and ultimately to make a difference in their clients' lives. And of course, accountants are critical to Intuit. We estimate the impact of an accountant domestically to be between $4 and $6 billion. We capture about a quarter of that today, and we've shared with you previously that about $1.2 billion of Intuit's revenue is attributed to the impact of an accountant. There's two ways that that revenue shows up for Intuit. One is in the professional tax software and attached services that we provide. That shows up in the ProConnect group. The second is the small business ecosystem that the accountant influences, and that shows up in the small business group. Now I'm going to unpack each of these just a little bit, and I think you'll begin to see why we believe we are strategically advantaged to bring these two together. So let me start with the ProConnect business. There are two types of firms in this segment. Multi-service firms, which are firms that do both tax and accounting, and that means these firms serve consumers, the self-employed, and small businesses. The other type of firm we refer to as a 1040 only firm. And as that name implies, these are firms that only do tax, and therefore they primarily serve consumers. Our focus is primarily on the multi-service firm. It's the firm we can deliver the most value to, and it's the firm that delivers the most value back to Intuit. Now, the ProConnect business itself is very strategic to Intuit, and it's a solid business on its own. We have majority share. We increase customers, although we think we can do better. It's highly profitable, and we have very high and increasing retention rates. In addition, the accountants that we serve have over 4 million small businesses in their client base and over 3 million Schedule C or self-employed customers in their client base. The segment also has challenges. This is a mature segment. The number of firms is basically flat, and we face pricing pressure. So we've identified 4 levers that we are focused on to capture more share in this segment. The first, tightening our focus to multi-service firms by delivering on our strategy to provide them with one place to do tax and accounting for their clients with an aligned pricing or monetization strategy across Intuit that increases value for accountants so that we can cross-sell those 7 million small businesses and self-employed that exist within their customer base. And the reason for that is because accountants are even more valuable when you put an ecosystem lens on them. Accountants generate QBO gross new subs for us. They're responsible for the majority of desktop to online migration. They increase first-year retention rates for QBO. They have a lower cost of acquisition than any of our channels, and they increase QBO ecosystem attach rates. Now, I want to try to bring this to life to you with an example. This is an example of a professional tax customer that was only doing tax business with us. We brought to them the entire ecosystem of small business products and services, and it increased the revenue that they generate for Intuit 4-fold. And at the same time, we increased the revenue for that accounting firm. Now, if you take this across the base, the ProConnect customer base that I just referenced, the 7 million small businesses and self-employed, I think you begin to see the power of unifying these strategies. Now, this view is just the existing customer base and just the domestic view, which is a large opportunity on its own. But we're playing a global game. And so when you take this across the globe to the target countries that CeCe just talked about and the large opportunity that's in front of us, this becomes quite compelling. And in every one of those countries, the accountant is key. So to win with accountants, we always start with finding the unsolved problem, the important unsolved problem that we can solve well, and then we declare our customer benefit, as Brad just mentioned. And there are 3 that we are focused on for accountants. We're going to leverage technology to help them save time. Because they are not inherent marketers, we're going to deliver a service marketplace to help them grow their practice. And finally, we're going to do what they told us was most important to them, help them make a difference in their clients' lives. And that's why we've declared our strategy to be the operating system behind accountant success by delivering one place they can serve their clients across tax and accounting. We will deliver all 3 of our customer benefits on that platform in a seamless, integrated fashion. Now, what I want to do is give you a few examples of the benefits that we'll deliver for accountants this season on one place. The first we'll start with is saving time. Accountants' work is trapped in a lot of manual processes. In fact, 65% of their time is spent in data collection and entry. Our strategy is to eliminate that through automated and intelligent data collection, collaboration, and import. We are going to leverage technology to intelligently know what data is needed, retrieve the data, map the data, import that data into the tax return, and we're going to eliminate 40% of an accountant's data entry without human assistance in the coming year in our online offerings. The second example is also in time savings, and this is unified workflows. You know, if you think about it, we have a large network of small businesses and accountants who do tax and accounting together today. Last year, we started the process with doing some data integration, and we were able to reduce the amount of time it takes to do a tax return for small businesses by 2 hours. This year, we are leveraging machine learning to expand the data components that we will be mapping and importing and to broaden the workflows. And we expect to be able to reduce the amount of time that it takes for an accountant to reconcile books and close books all the way to filing a tax return by 40% with our online offerings. The third example that I'll share deals with helping accountants grow their practice. I already mentioned that accountants and small businesses depend on each other. The fact is they're more successful when they work together, but they're not good at finding each other, and accountants aren't good marketers. We already have an online directory, and that directory helps small businesses find accountants, and it connects about 100,000 small businesses a year. But when they do the engagement, they do it outside of our products and services. So last year we ran some experiments, and we took the data that we had about accountants and small businesses, and we built matching algorithms to deliver perfect and enduring relationships. That was our goal. But the thing that I think was more important is we enabled their entire interaction to take place in places that they already go within our applications. So everything that they did to work together took place within QBO and QBOA. And the Net Promoter Score for the small business was over 80. So this year, we're building out that capability, and we'll begin to expand this globally with the goal of helping accountants grow their practice and helping small businesses be more successful. And the final example I'll give has to do with helping them make a difference in their clients' lives. We sit on a vast amount of data within Intuit, and our hypothesis is that we can leverage that data to help accountants be better advisors to their clients. So we will run experiments this year to take that data, convert it into insights, put it in the hands of the accountants so they can be the trusted advisor to their small businesses, and our goal would be to improve small business success. That's our story with bringing everything together to be the operating system behind small business success by delivering one place where accountants and their clients can work, grow, and collaborate. As I mentioned at the beginning, we expect this strategy to have lower near-term growth for the ProConnect group, but it's a better value proposition for accountants, better for the ecosystem, and we expect we will also pick up share within the accountant segment and then have stronger long-term growth for Intuit. And that's our strategy, to accountants to be the linchpin that connects Intuit's two growth strategies to do the nation's taxes, be the operating system behind small business success. And with that, I'm going to introduce Dan Wernikoff to talk about winning on TurboTax Online and mobile.